Hello, welcome to Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. We are here to give a voice to our local business owners, entrepreneurs, and community leaders to strengthen and support our local business community and to share the wisdom and experience of longtime business leaders and the fresh ideas and experiences of new entrepreneurs. So let's get down to business.
Hi, welcome to Let's Get Down to Business. My name is Daphne Thompson, and I'm the president of the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. Today, I have the privilege of speaking to Rodrigo Curvo from Mont Logistics. He is the terminal manager there and have got really exciting news to share with us. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Hello, Daphne. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have a little conversation with you as well. Now, we all know that you and I both have got different accents. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. I came to Rupert in April 21, and I came straight from Brazil, so it was a big change, the climate for me. So I came from 30 degrees to this beautiful weather we have in Rupert. I got used to the rain and I love the weather.
That is very unique. And were you already working for Mont Logistics in Brazil, or how did that work?
No, when I was in Brazil, I was working for a grain trading company, an American company, for 13 years. I had experience in grain, the commercial side of grains and logistics. And in my previous position, I was a container manager for South America for that company. And my background is I have a bachelor's degrees in business management, and I have a master's degrees in business administration. And I met the guys from Mont Logistics in an event in São Paulo in 2018. And due to my background and my experience, they brought me here to Rupert to work at the terminal. I came as a logistics coordinator at the time, and I got a promotion last year in August to terminal manager.
Well, congratulations. I know that the community, and we're very lucky to have talent like you in our community. Well, welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about Mont Logistics and the different operations that is run.
We established Mont Logistics in 2017. The first operation that the company started was a bulk-to-bulk transloading, which means we receive rail cars, grains in rail cars, and we transport this product from the rail cars to containers. So it was a transloading facility. We have a grain tower. It is a big operation, and we usually receive 100 cars at a time, and we unload those cars in mostly like 3 days, 3 days and a half. It's very fast. It's very efficient. And after the success of this operation, we started 2 different operations at Mont. We have a pulp transloading platform, so which means we receive boxcars. Pulp becomes in bales. It's a huge blocks of paper that we get from the rail cars and we put inside of the containers. And we also have another operation, which is our biggest one, which is plastic resins. So we receive small pallets of plastics from the rail cars. We put into 25 kg bags. It's everything automated. And we put on pallets, and those pallets we load into the containers that they mostly go to Asia. So it's 3 different operations, a transloading facility, and we have been running 24/7 since last year. So we are getting volumes every year. We are increasing and we are growing.
What does the future of Mont Logistics look like here in Prince Rupert?
Our terminal right now, it's a big terminal, but there are some plans with the expansion in the future, and everyone knows that PRPA is expanding the terminal, and we belong to that terminal. So our future is very bright, and I believe our operations are going to increase a lot. We have clients already contacting us to increase our volumes. So this means more positions, more skilled laborers. We're going to need more people, which brings, of course, some development to Prince Rupert as well. So this new terminal with the expansion is expected to 2025, which is very close. Every year is getting close, and everyone is excited about it.
That sounds amazing. But with every expansion, there's a new opportunity, but there's also some growth challenges that we have to face. We all know that in Prince Rupert, skilled staff members is one of the biggest challenges. How are you trying to overcome that challenge?
Yes, skilled labor is a challenge, I think, for most of the companies, small business, big business in Rupert, and it's very hard to find. So to overcome this, we try to train our guys. So we provide training inside of Raymond, specific trainings, so we can help these new employees to get the certification and to get the experience to work with heavy machinery that we have in yard. We teach them how to work on the rail on a safety way. We pay for courses, we get them certified to work safety on rail. And like I said, this is how we overcome right now this problem, this issue with the skilled labor. And another thing that is very hard in Rupert, which everyone knows, is getting supplies. So supplies, we try to find around our region here in the north of BC, which is very hard. We have some specific types of supplies that we can't find in the northern of BC. We need to go further when we need to bring from Alberta, we need to bring from Vancouver. And this is a problem because with the distance, you have issues such as weather and other obstacles that might happen during the course. So as it's a lead time that is very big for us, usually 5 to 7 days to get supplies to Rupert. And you also have the weather problem. Like I said, if there is a snow in Alberta, if there is any issue on rail, everything gets delayed. So just to overcome this, we try to build as much as we can an inventory in our yard. Of course, there is a cost to do that. You have inventory that you keep in yard that you don't necessarily need that time. And you need to wait for volumes in the future if you can use those inventories. So I think it's an issue from several companies here in Rupert. I think most of them have the same issue.
Definitely. When we chatted a little while ago, when we had our trades, what did we call it? It was the trades northern brainstorm. Yeah, we chatted about some of these issues as well. And you brought up a really interesting aspect of actually having conversations with economists. Can you elaborate on what you said there and the meaning behind it?
Sure. We were talking about supplies, and as everyone knows, price of supplies, they come from offer and demand. Right now, we have a situation, not in Canada, but I think most of the countries in the world, which was post-pandemic. The post-pandemic was the countries that are now struggling with inflation. And to control the inflation, they need to use the only tool that every country uses. This rule works for everyone, which is the interest rates. The interest rates, once you understand how they work, it helps you a lot to understand how to build your inventory and how to work with your supplies. Why is that? Because the interest rates, it's a regulation of the demand. So if you have less demand and you have lots of offers from a certain supply, the price is going down because there is no one to buy it. And it works in the opposite way. If you have too many people buying it, of course, the price is going up. So what we can see right now, the situation that we have right now in the market, is that interest rates yesterday, they got up again by 0.25 a quarter, which means the government is giving you a sign that they want to hold demand. Because prices are going high, we have inflation everywhere. What does that mean to the companies? Now is becoming the best time to negotiate supplies. If they need to stockpile inventory in their facilities, now starts to be the best time because they want to slow down the economy. The suppliers, they have the supplies available and no one to buy it. So what they're going to do, they need to start negotiating the price, probably a drop on these prices. So I think it's the best time. 1 year ago, we were in the opposite direction. Everyone was buying, the prices were going high, and we never knew what kind of price we're gonna see in the next week. The next week was changing all the time. Prices going up, and everyone got desperate. They start buying inventory because the prices were going high. So now is the moment to come down, relax, and try to negotiate. It's the best time for the companies right now to recover from the post-pandemic.
That is a very interesting point of view. What would you say, because this is more for, I understand this very well within the larger corporates that works in volume, that makes total sense. But for the smaller guys, how will this interesting facts affect them? What can they learn from this?
Even for the small companies, what I think they could do is, as we are a small community, and we know everyone in town, we know every business, all the owners of the business. I think maybe they all getting together, and probably most of them, they have the same needs regarding supplies. And when I mean supplies, it's not just the bigger supplies for the final product. I mean, even for the stores in town, they probably need some small supplies, office supplies and other things. If they get together and then negotiate together, the power on this negotiation is bigger. We all know that. So I think it's a moment that the community should work together. And if needed, we can also build a partnership with the companies itself, even from PA, from other companies at the terminal. If they need something that we all need, we can all buy together so we can help the other communities on the negotiation. I think that's the best idea right now for this small business.
I think that's a really interesting factor that you're saying, because most of the businesses are members of the chamber, and that would actually put the chamber in a really helpful situation. For example, if everyone in town needs pens, and we can have that negotiation led by the chamber and distributed that way, it could be a really, really effective way to supply inventory or any kind of other thing that we need as a bulk. I think that was really helpful. Thank you very much for sharing those thoughts.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit, what makes Raymond Logistics so unique?
Raymond Logistics, like I said, we are a transloading facility. We have several certifications in our terminal, so we can handle organic products, which is a very specific product that needs a very strict procedure to handle the product. So you need to clean the facility, you need to clean all the system before doing that. So if you get any grain, organic grain, we are the only place certified here to do it. We also have some other certifications in our terminal. We are CFIA certificate, which means we can get samples for the clients to prove that the product arrived in good quality or not. So we can get those samples for the product for this client. And we are, like I said, we are the only transloading facility on the northern region. So we have an structure in our yard that we can keep 3,000 containers in our yard. It's a lot. So we are one of the biggest partners with DP World by sending containers. We represent one of the biggest volumes for the trucking with the trucking company, the local trucking company. We represent almost 80% of the volume. So we're a business that running 24/7. We keep the city running with the business. We don't stop. So we also bring opportunities to other partners in town for our business. We are always giving opportunity to improve. For example, if we need mechanics, we are always building different machines. We are always fixing machines. So when you get the range of suppliers and partners that we have in town, there's more than 15, 20 suppliers that we work together.
Yeah.
So it's a big combination of everyone in the community working together with Raymond, which is really good.
So how many staff members do you have right now?
Sorry, could you repeat?
How many staff members do you have at the moment?
We have around 65, and we, in the last 2 months, we hired another 8 people, and we are looking for another 4 right now. We are doing interviews. The positions are for our bulk towers, so working on the bulk to bulk transload, moving grains to containers. But we are also going to start hiring guys for our bagging facility, which is the plastic resins. So it's transloading the resins, putting in 25 kg bags, palletizing and put into containers. So we keep hiring new people because we're, like I said, we are growing, we are increasing our volumes, and we want to increase even more with the expansion from PRK.
Now, I know Raymond is creating jobs for the community, and that way they are definitely supporting the community. What other role does Raymond play within our community?
We have been sponsors for the Rupert Rampage for years. In the last 2 years, we started a sponsorship with the rugby team. It's for the boys and the girls. So we help with materials. We help them going through the games with the tours. And this year we're gonna start the golf sponsorship, helping the kids at the golf club. And our goal is for this year is to start some activities with the community, and we're gonna plan something soon. I'll keep you posted. I still don't have the news yet, but we want to plan some activities with the communities and the kids in the communities. We want to be more active in Rupert with the communities itself.
And of course, the chamber. Do not forget the chamber.
And the chamber, of course. Yeah, we will.
Definitely. So as we're speaking to our local business community, and you have a very prominent position within your company, what are some of the advice that you can give to the businesses in the current climate?
One of the advice that I can give, besides the one I said about the supplies, which I think is really important, is I think, like I said, we are a small community. I think we all need to work together, and you and the Prince Rupert Chamber of Commerce are doing a great job by doing that. You're gathering everyone. You're showing every small business in town how they work, what do they need. You're connecting everyone, and I think we were missing that in Rupert. I think you were doing a good link with all the small business, and I think this is helping them and making them see that the problems that some of the small business have, the other one also have, and they together they can find the solution. We all can find the solution together. As a small community, I think we should all work together, and this is a very big step. And I need to congratulate the Prince Rupert Chamber of Commerce, because you guys are doing a great job by doing that. That's my advice. Working as a group, I think we can go through any problems, any they are saying about the recession that we are having in Canada. We're gonna go through that. We're gonna hold it firm, and we're gonna be successful in the future. That's for sure.
I 100% agree with you on that. I wanted to ask, well, what is your vision with the 2023 or the 2030 plan for Rupert? But I think you kind of already answered that. But is there something else that you'd like to add on that?
It's gonna be, I believe, my feeling is gonna be a very tough year. Like I said, the recession, I think, is going to affect everyone. But at the same time, they always say on the economical side that every crisis is a time for opportunity.
Yes.
I think this is a saying everywhere. So the small business, if you have the opportunity, it's time to find the opportunities in our business. What we are missing, what do we need, what people need here that we don't have, and especially with the expansion I mentioned. The port is growing. We are getting big at the terminal. PRPA is expanding. This means more people in Rupert in the next 2-3 years. There is a goal of bringing more skilled people, skilled workers here. So which means it's opportunity for business. We just need to have a mindset that we need to sit down, make a plan, and find what is that opportunity that we can find here in Rupert. And I think we have several opportunities for business. Our local community is also always asking for not only restaurants, they are asking for entertainment for kids. Kids have a lack of entertainment in town. So maybe it's the time for the opportunity I mentioned.
Definitely. I spoke to Tourism Prince Rupert a while ago, and even they were saying that if anyone has got any need for start of a new business, they are open to discuss this. They've got a whole range of opportunities that they need people to take up on. So that just aligns with what you were saying. But
yeah, they are right. I think they're right. And the chamber is going to be a good way of showing those ideas. And maybe you have a sponsor that could go for their idea and be successful in the future.
Maybe someone like Raymond Logistics?
We never say never, but yeah, we are very open to hear ideas. Why not?
Well, thank you so much, Rodrigo. It is such a pleasure to have you on Let's Get Down to Business.
Thank you very much.
My name is Daphne Thompson, and this was Let's Get Down to Business. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Let's Get Down to Business with the Prince Rupert and District Chamber of Commerce. If you would like to be featured as a guest on a future episode, please email us at rupertchamber@gmail.com or direct message us on Facebook or Instagram at Prince Rupert Chamber.